So we're back with Dimi again,
Hi.
and we would like to talk about some of the details actually of the different kinds of setups,
Yeah.
about lighting, about watering and humidity, temperature, and stuff like that. So we were gonna go through the different topics. Stay tuned. It will be split up into different videos, and I think that will just keep it a bit lighter for everyone.
Yeah.
So I think let's start with lighting,
Or
right?
okay.
I think this is one of the very important aspects of the
Yeah.
hobby. So tell me a little bit about your lighting setup.
So there was a time I was obsessed by lighting. Like I was obsessed by giving the right amount of light to all my plants, and I spent quite a lot of money into improving the lighting. But of course, there is natural lighting, which is the best. It's free. It's there for everybody.
Yeah.
But there is so much that you cannot control about it.
Yes, like leaf burn and stuff like that. Yeah.
I guess you can tell with your growth space, you can tell more about that than me.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, the thing is, since I moved in, before that, I just used totally artificial lights. And with artificial lights, yes, you can control it a lot better. You don't get a lot of leaf burn, but
so it's cool light. I mean,
yeah, it is
hot,
cool light. It's never hot, so it will burn the plants, I think, in a different way as opposed to a leaf
like
burn from heat.
An overdose of photons that don't light the chloroplasts in the leaves. They don't work.
Yeah,
the
and there's
proper way.
nowhere to go to.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Exactly.
But it doesn't burn the tissue like with real sunlight. And I think with natural light also, it depends like what exposition you have, like which direction is facing your window. And either it's too strong when you have a sunny day and the plant is right in front of the glass, or it's not strong enough when the plant is like already like only 50 centimeters away, because you lose a lot of light through glass. Actually, you don't realize it because our eyes, they adapt to it quite well, but actually you lose a lot of the spectrum. So yeah,
I think this is one of the important aspects of growing, to understand a little bit of what your plant needs, right? And so, I mean, natural light is something that you cannot control. It's very dependent on where you live, how your apartment is like, and that way you have to be very mindful about it and how to shade your plants. And this is more the problem of natural light.
Yes.
If you get quite a lot of light, you have to learn to shade it. And if you don't get enough light, you have to kind of find a better light source somehow.
Also, in the houseplant hobby, they say like south-facing window, north-facing window, everything. And it can be quite contradictory with the information you find online when the people, they grow the plants outside. So actually something that is in really bright shade outside also usually do really well on a south-facing window, as long as you don't stick it against the glass. So there's a lot of like confusing information. You have to keep that in mind when you read about plants, like if the plants are growing outside or indoors.
I think one of the big aspects about the lighting is there is a certain amount of light that your plant needs, but it's very dependent on how you feed the plants, how you water the plants. It all has to be in harmony. If you give the plants more light, it has to have more fertilizer, it has to have technically more things for it to use up the light that it comes from. And if it doesn't, then it will just somehow exude it into the leaves, or it will try and kill off one or two leaves because it's too much for it.
It's like they always advise the water less a plant that's shaded, and also when it's cooler. I mean, the more you have something, then the more you have to give to the plant, and the less you have something, then the less you have to give to the plant. It's actually quite logical when you see it that way.
So this is something, a balance that one has to find, right?
It's like succulents. I mean, it's not our thing, but people that are growing succulents, usually they keep them. Sorry?
FedEx is here. I can see it.
Oh,
it's going to be a plant unboxing.
You have a parcel coming, don't you?
Yes, exactly.
Succulents, a lot of growers in winter, they put them in a really bright but cool area, and then don't water them the whole winter. Because if they would water, the plant will rot because it's too cold. So it's the same kind of logic, and you can use that logic also to light. bright light, give more water, feed more. Low light, then maybe restrain a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
But good that we have artificial lighting now in the
Yeah,
hobby. I
definitely,
think
yeah.
the technology is there. It's quite good now.
Mhm.
The grow lights, the good ones, they don't necessarily cost that much anymore. I mean, I've spent quite a money on grow lights, really good ones, but I see that now you have good ones that also don't cost that much anymore.
Yeah, I think there's so many versions. I think you use really good lights. I mean, I personally, I have looked through a lot of lighting systems, you know, how to actually measure what is the capacity of the light, you know,
Yeah.
with
I
pi, with
don't know the
U
science.
moles. And sometimes, you know, that's the thing. I always think that, oh, now I research enough of it, but then still I kind of doubt myself constantly because I kind of go, but why is the plant not growing? But
Yeah.
then this is a multi-factor kind of thing.
Yeah.
A person that I definitely can recommend is Here But Not, and this is a friend of
Oh,
mine
yeah.
on Instagram,
I know him too, yeah.
and he is excellent at clearing these things up, and he has written like really good articles about it, and you know, I think he's a very good place
Yeah.
to look at,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
But in general, we would say that if you have a combination of both natural and artificial, great.
It's not also less important what quality is the artificial light when you combine. Is when you only have artificial light, you have really to go into full spectrum or just spectrum that is especially fitted for plant growth. But if like here, I mean, as long as you have, it's like a supplemental lighting. If it's not that best quality, it's okay too. I mean, the plants they do great.
I think so. I think it's then a matter of just managing it and watching it, and this is part of the hobby, right? So, yeah, cool, very good.